Now, for this problem, this is f of x, this is g of x. G of x says f of sine x. So all this is saying, f of sine x, is saying go back to f, and wherever there's an x, put sine x. So this is a lot easier form of g of x. I'd actually write this out so that you see what the new form is. If you don't, you might get confused every time you look at this, because the first time I looked at this, I was like, my head, what? It took a second to get used to it. So these are now your two equations. If you derive this, that's what it's asking for. It's called the second fundamental theorem of calculus. So all you do is you plug 3x into it, and you're going to have the square root of 4 plus 3x squared. Don't forget to put 3x in parentheses. But then aren't you also going to multiply it by what? The derivative of 3x, which is 3. Now, would we prefer that probably being like this? I should probably put f prime x so they know which one we're talking about. Equals to 3 square root of 4 plus 9x squared. That's the first one. The second one, g prime x. Well, when we plug in this into this and then derive this, I'm going to start off with this in front just to save myself time. What's the derivative of 3 sine x? Derivative of 3 sine x is 3 cosine x. I'm at my square root, and then don't you put 3 sine x here? So this is 4 plus 3 sine x squared. That's actually a really easy problem. If you did not know second fundamental theorem of calculus, this would be a very long problem, because you'd be integrating it and doing all sorts of crud. Second fundamental theorem of calculus is your best friend sometimes. B, write an equation for the tangent line of g given x. So to do this, we first have to find y. So if I want to find y, so I need to find g of pi. G of pi is going to be the integral from 0 to 3 sine pi of 4 plus t squared dt. Now if we do this, we have to find this. To find this value, can you integrate this? This could be a little ugly. Now, how would you actually find this value? What would be this area? How do you find... Are you okay with this? If you want this, what would be the answer? Well, don't we have to integrate... This is where I'm having a problem here. We have to integrate this, plug in pi. Oh, no, we don't. There's the trick. I was scaring myself for a second. It kept... What's this equal?
0.
Isn't that 0? So can I cross this out and make this 0? What's anything area 0 to 0? There we go. I was freaking out for a second. Got it? Could we have integrated this without a calculator? No. So if we can't do it without a calculator, what we got to do here is... but that's easy. So we know that. We're good. Now what we need is g prime pi. We need the slope. G prime, isn't that the equation right there? Kind of cool. It's sitting right there. Got to write it all out. This is one of those questions. If you messed up on the first question, follow through with it, you'll get points. Still follow through. It really would help. What's cosine 0? It's cosine pi? 1. So this would be 3 times 1. And then this is 4. And what's sine pi? 3. What's sine pi? Then 0. 3 times 0 is 0. So isn't this going to be 4? Isn't that 2? Oh. Yeah. Isn't this 2? So won't g prime pi give you 3 times 2, which is 6? Now, did I mess up? No, because this is 0.
No, I mean
Is this negative 1? Ooh, thank you. Is that negative 1? So that'd be negative 6. Good observation. So, from there, my answer is going to be y minus, what's my y value? 0? Equals, what's my slope? Negative 6. X minus pi. And you could probably leave it that way, but it'd probably be best to get rid of that 0, but I'm not going to do it right now because that's done. There's my graph of my tangent line.